Fishing inside of Once Human is fairly simple once you understand what's going on, but it's definitely a bit confusing at first, which is why today I'm going to break down exactly what's going on while you're fishing and how you can greater increase the chances of you landing that fish. We're also going to talk a little bit about the different locations, what kind of different fish come from those locations, and just a little bit about the different types of bait. Let's go ahead and get started with the different locations. I'm fairly certain that in any body of water you can fish. I could be wrong on that because the only places that I have attempted fishing are on the several docks that are scattered throughout the map. These docks are where the fishing events happen, and these events are a topic to tackle in and of themselves, but essentially you have a much greater chance of landing some of those rare fish during these events. You'll also notice at each of these docks a pegboard that has fish on it. These are the different types of fish that you can capture in the area. I believe that this rainbow fish here at the top is the area's special fish. You see in the event description when that event is happening that Marjorie is looking for a specific type of fish. I believe that this is the fish that they are talking about, though they could also be talking about the electric eel, which is a deviant that you can get from fishing. It's basically a must-have because it increases the power generation at your base. Spend any amount of time in one of these events fishing and you should end up landing the electric eel, which is what leads me to believe that this rainbow fish is actually the fish that she is after. I don't know what sort of rewards come from that. Let me know down in the comments if you've managed to land one of these rainbow fish. But let's talk a bit about the method here, because if you're like me, you probably lost a lot of fish while you were dialing it in, if you will. Basically, what you're trying to do here is fill the top bar all the way up, while at the same time preventing the bottom bar from depleting. The one simple thing that I do here to help ensure that I'm going to land my fish is that as soon as I have the fish hooked, I will face my pole's position opposite to the fish's direction of movement. You want to be careful of this bottom bar here and then just continuously adjust your camera until you hit that sweet spot. As soon as you hit that sweet spot, you'll know because the fish will practically be darting towards you. This is slightly different when it comes to the higher rarity of fish though, which is why it's important to understand the mechanics of why exactly you will lose a fish. Like I said in the intro, fishing is truly very simple once you start to get the hang of it, but I definitely lost way more fish than necessary while trying to figure it out. The last thing I want to briefly talk about is the baits. There are several different kinds of baits that you can pick up, most of which actually can be bought from Marjorie, but there are some higher tiers of bait that can only be crafted. On top of baits though, there's also something called the lure, which is going to be an item that you throw into the pond or the lake or whatever, which is going to do essentially what its name says, and it's going to lure in some fish for you. There doesn't have to be an event happening for you to catch some rare fish, and I'm not sure entirely if there are only specific types of fish that can be caught with specific types of bait, or if the types of fish are more directly tied to what dock you're at. But that's about all I wanted to break down when it comes to fishing inside of Once Human. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have spent any time out on the docks. Other than that though, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm out.